What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sean. Today's video, I'm going to talk to you about Ozone Generator and what it means for helping you out, or what it can do for helping you out in a stinky truck, or trying to clean smells out of a truck that you got that somebody previously smoked in, or maybe they didn't have very good body odor, and you had to get in this truck and you want to kill these scents. So that's what this video is about. So make sure you stick all the way to the end. I hope it helps you out. I'm gonna do my pre-trip, make sure everything looks good, do it all, make sure everything's good before I leave. But let's look at the inside. Let's see what we got here. 23 miles. Good day, y'all. Trucking Live with Shawnee. All right, so everybody that's in trucking right now, most of the time you don't get a brand new truck once you first start trucking. I've had a couple over the years, but I've had a lot of used trucks over the years as well. So when you get in a truck, they clean it and they do the best they can. But if it's been smoked in, if you're a non-smoker, you might can still smell the cigarettes, smoke. You know, they might have not have been that good of clean of a person. You can still smell it, or maybe they had animals in their truck or whatever, and you want to get rid of that smell. Well, let's explain what causes this, and let's explain how it affects you. So what I'm talking about is, if you ever been around a campfire and you got spire smoke, and the next day you want to put it on, you're like, ooh, that smells strong from that smoke. What it is those particles are in your clothes. Now, how do you get rid of that? Well, there's a couple ways we can do it. We can put it in a wash machine, and we can wash it, and we can scrub those particles out. You can put some fragment spray on it, fabric softener or whatever, better smell good. That would mask it, but it's still there. You could just lay it out in the air, and for a very long time, eventually, it'd take a long time, but eventually you could get rid of it that way. Everything that has a smell to it, from grass to, freshly cut grass, to decay, cigarettes, the mold, fire, something that's rotting or anything like that, it has its own life. And what happens is, when you bring oxygen to it, it releases it, it oxidizes it, and it brings it to life so that we can smell it. If you was to take a nasty, stinky blanket or something, or anything that's mildewed, and you was to seal it in an airtight bag, you could come back to it years later and the smell would still be there. It wouldn't go away. If we was to hang that same blanket outside with a lot of oxygen, we would speed that oxidation process up faster, and it would basically kill it over time. It would have a lot of fresh oxygen, and it would suck the life out of it, and it would eventually go away. As when something's rotting outside, eventually it takes a lot of time, but if you keep giving it a lot of oxygen, it eventually go away. So that's when this right here comes to play. This is a ozone generator. What it does is it generates O3. Now, we breathe O2, oxygen, hydrogen too. We breathe that, but this puts out O3. And what happens is O3 is really unstable. It doesn't like being O3. It wants to come back to being O2. So to do that, it has to latch on to something. It has to, get to something. So what it does is it goes after, and it goes on to that decay, that nastiness stuff. So basically, I'm trying to get a little technical here, but I'm just going to break it down pretty easy. So what you do is you take this generator right here, this ozone generator. Now, you plug it up inside your vehicle or in your semi. You cannot be in there once it starts, because it's going to suck all the oxygen. There's going to be no more oxygen. It's going to put out O3, and it's basically going to stick to all the decay and stuff and smells that are in your truck. It's going to eliminate it permanently. Okay? So basically, you plug it up. You can set it, when I did my truck here, it's the first time I've ever used it, I set it for 30 minutes. This is a small semi truck. 15 minutes is probably good, but I ran it for 30 minutes. You want to also run it with the AC going, wide open, so it's killing everything inside the filters. Now, the truck I got really wouldn't smell bad, but it's a friend of mine who had the truck. He smoked. Nothing wrong with that. I used to smoke, but I don't smoke no more. So I ran it, and after you run it, windows tight, AC on, 30 minutes, it's got a timer, you plug it right in your truck, then you come back, and I came back probably about an hour and a half later, And then I rolled the windows down, cut everything off, and I rolled the windows down and I let it air out for at least an hour with wind coming in here, and it fills it full of new oxygen. That oxygen was sucked out, and the smell's gone. That is the quickest way. I've had a repo trucks before, and I went and had a pickup trucks that were really bad, where people had crapped in them, left pee in them, and all kinds of stuff. I had one of these generators that worked really good. They're not that expensive, but remember, they are dangerous to human body. They won't kill you, but they can make you really sick if you trying to breathe it. So you got to make sure you're not in it. But they're really great for like house fires, or when you're moldy basements or things like that. So they do work for a lot of different things. But excellent in a semi truck. So I recommend. They're like $100, I think. It's worth it. I mean, you can get all these air fresheners and all this stuff, but right now there's no smell on my truck. So now I can go back and put some air fresheners in there, and it's good. It's like it never was smoked. They pulled it out of the mattress, out of the everything, like it was never smoked in. So if you're getting in a new truck or a newer truck or whatever, and you may not like the sensors in number 4, get you one of these ozone generators. You'll appreciate me later. Hey, this is Trucking Life with Sean. If you got any value from this, make sure you hit that like button. I try to put out videos every day trying to teach you something. The CDL school will not teach you. It's Trucking Life with Sean, baby. Let's get it.